Hi, I'm Elaine Proby from PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. Today we'll be speaking about tips for getting out of debt. One of the biggest questions that come across my desk is, how do I get out of debt? First of all, you need a commitment. You must commit to wanting to get out of debt. Oftentimes, we want to get out of debt, we incur more debt. That's not going to work, okay? So let's start by make a list. Get you a spreadsheet, make a list of all of your debt, everybody you owe, how much you owe, the interest rate, what your minimum payment is. So make that list. You might want to list it by, let's say, the highest interest rate first, and or maybe the highest payment that you have to make, which would be the minimum payment. So get that list and then get you a photocopy of that picture. So first of all, you got to see it. If you don't see it, it's just not going to work. You know, I remember having every credit card there was, and most people did. We have every credit card. You're spending money. You don't care. It's not cash out of pocket. It doesn't matter. Before you know it, you can have 10 credit cards all up to the max and having a wonderful time and making minimum payment and don't care. It just didn't matter. So if you list all that stuff and look at it, you'll be surprised. So first thing, make that commitment, make that list, make yourself a spreadsheet so you can really see what's going on. And now you have to come up with a plan. So you have limited income. I can only pay minimum payments. What am I going to do? How am I going to get rid of this debt right now with just what I'm making? Well, what we have to do is maybe you have to work on, say, free up some additional income. Let's look at what we're spending money on. Have you stopped to make a list of how many times you eat out, how many times you went to a bar or someplace else that you may not have to go? How many times have you just spent money because you just had it in your pocket for no reason at all? Make a list of those things, because it's so easy to spend $20 here, $20 there, and it adds up at the end of the week. It didn't actually pay a bill, right? So the other thing is look at something like maybe gym dues. You can exercise freely, go to the park, do some other stuff. Look at ways that you're spending your money and ways that you can save more. So if you really do that, I can assure you there's going to be extra money to pay down the debt that you feel that you can't afford to pay because your income is limited. Now we have a strategy of how to get rid of some of this debt. So let's take a look at, let's say, your credit card interest rate. That's the first thing we're going to zero in on. You may want to call the creditor and say, hey, my interest rate is 32%, it's 29%. You know, what can you do to help me out here? Can we lower the interest rate on this? And oftentimes they will do that. There are companies out there that will lower the interest rate. So that would be a great start. You also want to take advantage of companies who are offering you 0% interest rate on balances. I have clients who come in and have taken advantage of rolling over credit card balances after credit card balances every 6 months to a 0% interest rate while they try to pay the balance down. That's a great way to do it. Just make sure that you stay on track of it, because after the 6 months of the 0% interest rate, you have to make sure that the rate that it goes up to would not be more than the rate you had before. So that's one great way of doing that. Also, let's say it's a mortgage interest. Maybe your mortgage interest is too high. If that's the case, you might think about refinancing. Mortgage interest rate is at an all-time low. You might want to take advantage of that. If you look at the amount of money that you would be saving in your mortgage interest, it would reduce your monthly payment, which again will free up some money to pay off other debts. So that would be an excellent way to do that as well. For student loan, well, there's refinancing of student loans that occur, and you can defer your student loan payment if your student loan interest rate is not higher than the interest rate on the debt that you're trying to pay off, and use that money to pay off some of the higher interest rate loans and get rid of those. So there's several ways that you can take advantage of reducing debt and then increasing your bottom line. So paying down your debt not only gives you better credit status, but it also increases your bottom line to allow you to save, invest, and get involved with more beneficial things for your future. So if you like this video, share, like, and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions, leave us a comment. We'll get back with you. You can also call us at 323-290-9034 or go to PROBY'S.com.